All right, Coach Holly, you can take it away.
Hello, and welcome to the Women's Body and Power Show. We are here today. We are going to talk about tips and tricks for your vacation, how to stay on track, or, it doesn't have to be 100%, maybe not even how to stay on track so much as how to not totally derail everything when you're on vacation. Okay, so that is our topic for the day. Thank you for being here. Be sure, if you have not joined our group, if you would like to join our group on Facebook, you can find us at Women's Body and Power, or be sure also that you are subscribing to our YouTube channels. I Am Fit with Holly, and you have Coach Katie also, who is Calloused Fitness online. I Am Fit with Holly online. And so anyway, thank you all for being here. So some of the things that you may come across when you go on vacation. Coach Katie, what are your thoughts when you go on vacation?
So I guess let's see here. So when I'm on vacation, I typically do a few things. Well, one, I plan a lot. Like I do a lot of pre-planning. I think that that's the big thing for me is the pre-planning, right? So making sure that I know kind of what our plan is for the day, kind of our schedule, just because I'm a routine person, right? So if I'm not going to get up and have my coffee and breakfast, like I'm already crabby. If I'm not going to get up and be able to get in my workout, I'm probably already feeling like I'm behind the 8 ball, which just kind of trickles into the rest of the vacation, right? It's just kind of like, I feel like I'm less there with my family if I'm on vacation with my family than I could be, because I'm constantly thinking about, okay, well, when am I going to be able to fit this in? When am I going to be able to have some moving pieces around, right? Are we going to, be too busy this evening that I can't get down to the hotel gym or something like that and get it in? So it's like this unnecessary anxiety that I like to just deal with right up front. So I usually do a lot of planning around how to make sure that I'm going to be able to get in or feel like I've accomplished that training session for the day, and starting off my day with at least some sort of balanced nutrition. Sometimes we eat like crap the rest of the day, but even if I just hit that breakfast, I feel a little bit better. So That's where I start.
Right. So I think the planning for me starts before I even go. Right. Mm-hmm. So I always say, it's sad, but this is a true story in my life. It takes me longer to pack all of my food planning things than it does clothes. It's like I'll take a whole day to plan how much protein powder do I need per day versus how many clothes do I never take the right amount of clothes. Every time I go on vacation, I'm like, I should have brought more of this. I should have brought more of this. But one thing I do usually,
you always have enough protein powder, right?
I always get right. So because, all right, prime example, when, we went on a vacation, I don't know where this was. Anyway, so if I'm gone a week, I know, let's say, for example, that I'm going on a trip where things are all inclusive. Okay. If things were all inclusive and I know that food is going to be given to me, chances are, I know this up front, I'm probably not going to have enough protein. One thing I can count on for sure is when I go out to eat, they're not going to give me the amount that I would give myself. Right? So I have to make sure that I'm planning to make sure that I'm filling in the rest of the day, because for me, protein is my key component. That is one of my key components of staying on track when I'm on vacation, because I know all right, so there's this place at the beach that we go to. It's this, it's like Southerly Biscuit Company or something. Okay. So I know good and well, it's not going to be good. Now, granted, I'm not eating there every day, but I know that's probably going to happen one time, right? So if I were going to go out for breakfast, and let's say I go to this place, so shout out to Southerly Biscuit Company in Carolina Beach, because it's really good stuff, y'all. They also have pie, and I'm a big pie fan. So I know if I'm going to have a biscuit, chances are, now it's usually they have the Southern fried chicken biscuit, right? I do take my scale on vacation, So believe it or not, we usually do
Wow.
get this to come back home. All right. I actually do weigh this, y'all, because I still track on vacation. Now, a lot of it is estimated, don't get me wrong, but I know that if I eat this chicken biscuit for breakfast, my fat is going to be a lot higher than my protein content. Like, even though this is like, you know, it's a homemade thing. It's not like a processed piece of chicken that like you don't even know for sure that it's chicken. It's, you know, it is a real chicken breast. It's breaded and whatever. But so my fat's going to be a little bit higher. So I know that what I would normally do is I would start my morning before I even had that. I would probably just have a protein shake, just like a scoop of protein powder. Already I'm going to get like 20 grams of protein, not much fat, not much carbs before I have that biscuit. Now, some people be like, oh my Lord, well, how many calories are you having? Well, I mean, the protein itself is probably only 100, 120 calories. Okay. But I may only eat a half of that biscuit at that time. And I may save the other half for later. I may eat the whole thing. Does it matter in the whole scheme of things? No. Because at the end of the day, my calories are going to be my calories. But what I'm saying is if I got full, you don't have to eat the whole thing. But I know that by having that protein ahead of time, I'm not going to like, here's what happens for me. If I haven't eaten, I'm super hungry, and those hyper palatable foods like carbs and fat, that's what I mean by hyper palatable, the things that you could just eat lots and lots of, right? Protein kind of helps offset that. So you don't just feel like this constant cycle, right? Because, you know, if you're eating like things like the pie or the cake, if you just start out hungry eating those, you're not going to get full. Like protein is going to like help keep you more satisfied and full, so you can still have the other things, but it's not going to set you into this snowball of eating the carbs and the fat, because it's just what I always tell people, like when I go have birthday cake or something, I'm not going to go to a birthday party hungry and just have the cake. Because you know what that's going to do? It's going to like, the sugar is just going to like skyrocket, like the insulin response or whatever, and then you're just going to have a crash, and then you're going to need more, and it's going to be an all day, like I could go on all day like that. So that is one thing that I do on vacation to make sure that I am planned for each day and try to start each day right. So, you know, just like Coach Katie was talking about, having a good breakfast for the day. So what would you do on vacation that would be your good breakfast?
Me?
Just like your regular foods?
See, I don't bring a scale. Oh man, Coach Holly, I feel like I think I'm on the other end of the spectrum. I am totally the opposite on vacation. I am like, okay, let's just balance it out. I like making sure I find, you know, somewhere that's got like eggs, that sort of thing, or a Greek yogurt. So I make sure that I hit the proteins in the morning, kind of like you. I don't take protein powder on vacation though.
I have to. If I don't take it with me, I won't get my protein, and I will usually go way over on fat every single day. Because the only way that I'm not going to go, like when you go out, like when we go to the beach, we have a condo. So we go to the grocery store. It's a little bit different if you're in a hotel versus if you're in a place with a kitchen. So like when we go, I mean, I do have the advantage that my boyfriend is prepping for a competition right now. So I know he's going to make sure he has plenty of the stuff, you know, that he needs to stay on track. And therefore I just, you know, I'm a bystander. I just get to have that stuff too. But in a hotel, it's a little bit different. But if I'm going out so I don't want my vacation calories to be extremely different than my regular calories. You know, and I would tend to go on so like on vacation, I probably don't eat as often as I do at home. So my meals may be a little bit bigger, but they're still I still want to try to keep it as balanced or as close to normal as I can. So I know on vacation, my workouts are going to be different on vacation too. Especially like last year, normally when we go, we'll do like a week pass at a gym or something, and we'll go most days, but last year everything was closed. You couldn't do that. So like I literally took stuff to the condo to do workouts with. So my workouts were really modified, but I do try to walk like, every day. So I make sure I'm still getting the activity in. What you don't want to do is you don't want to go on vacation and have everything be 100% different. Like, like you need to plan for the things that you can control, like what your activity is going to be, like, generally where you're going to be, or you're going to find out when you get there, and you can sort of set a plan for what's going to happen for the week. But you don't want to be the all or nothing vacationer, right? And I've seen lots of people that do that. I've had a lot of clients recently who, I'm all for relaxation on a vacation. I do think it should be relaxing. I do think it should be different than your everyday life. But I don't think it should be, you go from working out every single day at home, controlling all of your food intake, to going on vacation and doing zero and tripling your calories for the day. It's just like an eat and drink fest. That's what I have seen from my clients lately. It's like, okay, well, it's time to reset. And I'm like, but did you really need to go to that extreme on your vacation? Like, you can enjoy yourself and still have like moderation. It shouldn't be like, I went on vacation, I didn't exercise, I ate whatever I wanted, and I had like 5 or 10 alcoholic beverages every day. Because like, you can do a lot of damage in a week if you're gone like for a week.
I don't know. Like, I'm thinking this is fun for discussion, because I think this is fun for discussion, because I don't know if I don't know if I have that same perspective. I think we're sitting on different sides of maybe the same stream. But I think I'm looking at it differently, because my feelings are, you can't wreck everything in a week. Sometimes I go at it from like the mental health perspective. Some people need just that like complete break, completely like hands off, nothing to do with it, because they come back fully refreshed, fully reset, and ready to go again. Like if we're close to that burnout and then we're on vacation and we're continuing to kind of like roll in that direction, I think that it's great that they take a break then. I won't say that this is like, it's kind of like, everybody's situation is going to be a little bit different. There might be some sort of like hybrid of not doing as much, but not just completely jumping off the bandwagon either. But I don't know. Like, I think there are certain situations that I've had clients in, and I'm like, don't think about anything. Go on vacation, check in with yourself. And there can be a lot of some soul searching that goes on, right? As far as like letting themselves completely have full reign of whatever, wherever life takes them, as far as, what do I feel like doing today? Do I feel like, just relaxing? Do I feel like going for a walk? What's going to kind of lift me up? What's going to kind of like fill my cup here in this situation? Versus like, well, I'm on vacation, but I still have to get in, so many steps, and I have to do this and I have to do that. I think sometimes people will need that break,
Right.
like completely a break.
I do think you need a break.
But it's like, I hate to have that blanket statement and say like, like you should never take the break, or you should, like you should definitely be doing, or you should always take the break, because I think that everybody's situation is different. And before you go on vacation, you need to identify for yourself, hey, am I close to burnout, or am I on track? Am I making progress? And do I want to take a couple step back, or do I want to keep going? during this vacation. There needs to be some sort of personal analysis as far as what is my goal during this vacation. Do I need to, tune into what's going on? I really am kind of on the side of intuitive eating, or finding that intuition with your eating a little bit, especially for, people that maybe have some disordered eating patterns, as far as, obsessively being scared of food, or scared of what that food is going to do, instead of seeing it as that nutritious fuel. Vacation is a great time to start that intuitive eating journey, because you're already feeling like you're kind of falling off the bandwagon if you've been obsessively tracking and obsessively like demonizing food for so long, to identify what feels good or what doesn't. On vacation, you realize crappy food makes you feel really, really crappy, and a lot of it just kind of really like weighs you down, so I think it's a great time sometimes for people to really check in and identify, what's my goal here? What's the purpose, and how can I make this a part of my journey, regardless of, or how can I, right? Like, how can I? Does my journey include a check, a check-in with myself? Does it include, taking that next step, or, trying a new workout? I mean, when you're on vacation, I like trying new gyms, finding those tiny little holes in the wall where, these small business owners are amazing people, and they're not getting the credit because these big box gyms are, doing all the things. And you find these people and you're like, wow, like that was fun, try something new. So I don't know. That's where I'm sitting. Like, but I think we're talking about the same thing. It's just different sides of the same coin,
I think the key, because what I have seen way too many times is people going into a vacation with a screw it attitude. And that's what I don't want, and that's why I'm saying, I do think a vacation is a great time, to relax and reset and recharge, and not do all of the things that you normally do, or maybe not track as consistently if you're used to tracking consistently. But I think the key is to know ahead of time what you're going into. You have already set this in your mind, this is going to be my refresh time. But what I have seen too many times is people have this restrictive mentality. And so when they go on vacation, they have I screwed it up now. I went and ate that biscuit. I'm done. And then it turns into a train wreck for the whole week. And you're not even eating mindfully like you should be, or thinking about the foods that are healthy for you, because you think you blew it by having this biscuit, or whatever. And so then it's a snowball, train wreck snowball.
Because, yeah.
That's what you don't want. So know when you go into it, know when you go on vacation, look, this is what I'm going to do. I know I'm going to be going out to these seafood places. I know I'm going to be going out to these other places, my family loves them and I'm going, but that doesn't mean that everything I eat has got to be just a screw it attitude, because I already ate this one thing that was considered bad. Because remember, there's not bad food, but if you eat too much crap, then you're going to feel like crap. So get the good things in on your own, drink plenty of water, but know that you're going to eat these foods when you go. Accept that, allow it. I think too many people get this, I can't eat that. It's terrible. That's a terrible food. I can't go out to this place where people want to go because all they have is, this. Well, you can make adjustments. But
yeah.
I think knowing when you go into it that you're allowing it, and it not being a freak you out kind of thing. Because I've seen too many people that get on that, oh my Lord, I blew it now. And then so they just blow it tenfold. But it's not. It doesn't have to be that way.
You nailed this because that's exactly it, right? We think about it's just snowballs. It's I did this already. What's the point? And we kind of fit into that mentality. What I like asking my clients to do is think about it from like, let's put it in sports perspective. Everybody knows how basketball goes, right? Like you get the ball and you shoot it. It either goes in the hoop or it doesn't, right? If you miss the shot, you don't go sit on the bench for the rest of the game, right? You get the ball back, you take another shot. You take another shot. You take another shot. Some you miss, some you don't. It's just like that in eating on vacation, or even just, in general, when you feel like, well, I already messed it up. There's no point now, switch that. There is a point, right? Every time you throw another nutritious food through the hoop, you're scoring. Sure, you're not going to have the high score. Not every food goes through that hoop, right? But your score is better than if you just went and sat on the bench. Just checked out of the game. You're not scoring anything, right?
So, it's all about the balance, y'all. And, I think we want to keep this like short and quick, but I think generally that's the main takeaway here is that, your vacation should be a vacation. It should be fun. It should be relaxing. It should be a chance to do new activities if you can, try new fun things. But enjoy yourself and enjoy the foods, but just know in advance that when you go, like, it doesn't have to be a defeat thing. Like, well, I eat this food, so screw it. The vacation's done. And it's like I say in everyday life, every meal is a chance to choose something that's going to do something awesome for your body. Right? So like all of the foods that, like, think about what you're eating, and like there are good choices. There are, even if you're going out to, even if you're going out to dinner every night on vacation, it doesn't mean you have to pick the unhealthiest thing that they have on the menu every single time. You can make good choices, but remember that moderation is the key. And it doesn't have to be that if you eat something that maybe wouldn't be what you normally eat, that you should never have this self-defeat mode of, okay, well, screw it, because I already messed up, because that's not how it should be.
So I want to talk about that, because I guess I approach vacation as like somebody else is cooking for me. So they can figure out how to make the foods that I want to be incorporating into my, nutritious meal plan for me. So I try a lot of like crazy things, or on vacation, rather than eating out just in general with my family. When we're on vacation, I do a lot of the personal requests, right? So like if I'm getting Brussels sprouts and they're listed on the menu as such and such, I know they have Brussels sprouts. I know they've got an opportunity to cook it a different way, and I ask them to cook it that way. I've asked them to grill them for me. When I know there's a chicken breast, or I love salmon. Like, I will find a restaurant that has salmon on the menu just so I can have salmon. I don't know why, I just love it. But I will ask them to cook it differently than what it says on the menu. If it's, boiled in butter, like, I'll ask them, hey, could you, like, grill this or sear it or whatever, and they do. So maybe vacation, like, it's your vacation, treat yourself a little bit more like royalty. Make those special requests and, try new foods in that way. I think that for me is a lot of fun. When we go out to eat, it's fun for me to find things and ask for them to be prepared the way I want them to,
I'm all about that. Like, I've gotten made fun of many times in my life at restaurants because I'm the one who's always do this on the side, this on the side. I want this. So, but one thing I have found is, like, anytime, most of the times there are foods that a restaurant offers, and it's like there's always a different way to have it. So you can usually, like, especially like with seafood, you can always do, like, it's usually broiled, boiled, fried, something, they always have it like in its original form, right? So always just think about, when you're looking at the menu, think about what the original form is and try to keep it to that as much as possible. So, like, avoiding sauces and things like that. And if you can do something that's like grilled, then that's generally not much added to it. It's just grilled. Grilled is always a good thing. Always think about, like, the dry methods of cooking are going to usually involve less added fats than like, if something is sauteed or, braised or whatever, that's usually got something added to it. So try to keep things like on the dry method of cooking, like grilled or even like boiled, is not bad, because you don't have stuff usually added to that either.
So yes, I like that. Did you know that, so I don't know what the restaurant is that will bring out a loaf of bread, right? Like they bring out bread before you eat.
All of them.
All of them. Did you know that you can request to have that swapped out?
For what? Like, what do you swap
so
with?
we've swapped it out for asparagus spears before, and we've also swapped it out for, they had like a salad, like that you could just have a family salad. So they brought the bowl out and brought salads out instead. Did you know that?
No.
I did not know this. Yeah.
All I've had is like, you either get the bread or you don't. That's my only choices. There was not a substitution. But I'm okay with that, because you know what? I like bread. And bread.
I didn't know this until we were eating. So a friend of mine, she's dating a relative. She's gluten free, so she couldn't have the bread.
Right.
So she just asked if there was any substitutions, because she can't participate in it, and they gave us options. It was awesome. I was like, oh man, I never even thought to just ask. Right? I think sometimes
you might have to say you're gluten free.
Maybe you might have to say that.
Gluten free.
But it's okay. I think that's fun. Like, I think, like you're on vacation, right? Nobody knows you. Nobody is, going to remember the crazy picky food lady at the table 20 minutes after you leave. Nobody cares.
I like being different. I like being different, because
I love it.
At vacation, just remember, y'all, vacation, enjoy yourself. Go to the places that you want to go. Have the foods, like if one of the things that we used to always do at the beach, when I went with like Carter's dad's family, they always went to get ice cream. There was this ice cream place in Duck, and like we always had to go to there, like, I don't know, it was like 2 or 3 nights. And, but they still had like some choices that were better than others, right? So, I mean, like, keep it simple. Like, if you're going to go have an ice cream cone, just have a single dip ice cream cone. That doesn't mean you got to get the hot fudge brownie sundae that's like quadrupled your calories. You don't. You can still enjoy it, and you can still be mindful, though, of what you're having. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be like, just because it's vacation doesn't mean it has to be a free-for-all and like eat the most that you can possibly eat. Still think about it. Think about what you can still have the things. Just doesn't mean you have to have the most calorie dense, whatever. And like, or for that matter, if you go to the ice cream place and you go several times, you can go, like, honestly, something that you can split. You can share a dessert. I always tell people, honestly,
if there is fried ice cream, I will never share that dessert. I'm just going to put this out there right now. I swear to God, if there's fried ice cream on the menu, it's coming on my plate at least once during vacation, and I'm not sharing. I got 5 kids and a husband, and I won't share. No.
I wouldn't share either.
Get your own.
Get your own. But
Get your own.
You can have the things, but think about what it is. Like, if if you're going to somewhere that has the fried ice cream and you're getting that fried ice cream, you may not eat fried ice cream every single night, but enjoy the fried ice cream that you do have, by all means. It's like you only can you get this, I don't know, like, I only get like one vacation a year. Make the most of it. Like, enjoy it. Like, there's always going to be stuff to come back and get back on track, but think, be mindful, make good choices still, and you can have the dessert, and you can have, the occasional drink or whatever you want to do. But that doesn't
speaking of drinks.
Yeah.
Speaking of drinks, so we normally are on vacation, or of course you meet up with people, and of course they're having drinks, right? I don't know how many times I've been on vacation pregnant. It's just, it's just a fact of life when you've got that many in your gaggle. But I found that most times if there's a bar, but I love asking for water with fresh strawberries and lime. They will put fresh strawberries and lime in your water, and it feels like a fancy drink. So I mean, there's all these things. It's almost like just see how creative you can get. If anybody in this group, Women's Body and Power, goes on vacation this year and asks for something crazy on vacation, I want to see a picture of it. I do. I want to see you guys post a picture of it here and give us all some ideas, or just drop them in the comments. Some ideas that maybe you've used on vacation. I think to,
yes, like
make
please
yourself
put
feel.
in, like, or if you're watching the replay later, I would love to have tips and tricks that you do on vacation. Because there are so many, and sometimes I'm sure I have tried a lot. I'm sure y'all have probably tried a lot, but sharing them is learning, from others too. So definitely share. I'm getting ready to go myself. So if I come up with something really good this year, I will post it. A lot of things are just like common, like, or not common, but I do often, so I will try to make sure this year that I do share, like, in the group of things that I do, because it's just little things that you can do that make a big difference in the whole scheme of things, that aren't going to take away from your vacation at all. Just like she said, with like adding the strawberries and limes to water. I do find that, especially if you go to the beach, your water needs to really be on up there. Like, you don't want to go to the beach and have your water decrease, because ocean air, even, I swear to you, makes you like retain water because of the salt. Like, you don't have to even consume it, it just does. And then if you're eating seafood, again, think of it. If it comes from the ocean, it has sodium to begin with. And then a lot of times more sodium is added to it. So being sure that you keep your water intake high is really good, especially if you're going to the beach. Just pay attention to that.
Yeah. Okay. So I think it would be fun because we have when do you take off for vacation, Coach Holly? I'm on all by myself next week. So if you guys are here watching, I'm going to jump on all by myself. So we're going to chat. When do you leave?
Saturday.
Okay, Coach Holly leaves Saturday. So between now and Saturday, you guys need to be dropping ideas into the group for things Coach Holly should try on vacation. And if you use what if you use hashtag, try this on vacation? Because we can search in the group if you use the hashtag, try this on vacation, or just tag Coach Holly. Because if she tries it, she'll post it in our group.
Or just do hashtag vacation.
Hashtag vacation, that's easier. I love that one. Okay, so hopefully we get some ideas kind of rolling around, because it would be fun to have her know before she leaves some of the things that she's going to try to incorporate into her vacation, because I know she's a planner. So that way she can already have it ready, just in case, she needs to pack like hiking boots or something because you want her to try, jumping over a rock. I have no idea, but post some ideas in there, and we'll see if we can get her to try it. Yeah. Climb a tree. I think, put that one on there, guys. She's going to have to find a tree. She's going with Luke, right? The whole family going?
So last year we had 6 of us. This year we only have 3. Maybe 4, because my oldest may be coming down on his own midweek if he can, if his car will make it and he can get off work, but we'll see. So just me and Luke and Carter, and maybe Connor midweek. But Luke's 2 kids are not coming this year. His son is in Texas, and his daughter is newly moved in with her significant other, and she has a new job, so we're just going to be loaning it. But y'all give me
so that's 2 people. That's one on each side of her if she attempts a handstand on the beach, or you guys, come on, we got to come up with some ideas here. There's some things she could be doing, and she's got plenty of help, to make it possible. So I think we should do some things.
Vacation. Don't give me crazy stuff.
I think so. You can't just sit at the beach. You got to be trying things, right?
But I have to sit at the beach because it's not a vacation. So I don't relax. Y'all know I'm a high-stress person. And at the beach, I just want to do nothing. Luke's all about going out in the kayaks all the time. I'm like, you go ahead. There's going to be one there for me. But, yeah, I don't know. but we'll see. But anyway, so ladies, I think, did you have anything else to add, Coach Katie?
Nope. I'll just keep throwing out ideas in the comments.
All right, so y'all make it a great day. Again, be sure that you throw in questions, comments, ideas, do the hashtag vacation so we can see stuff to add, or if you have any, if you think of anything you'd like me to do. And y'all have a most amazing week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.